Hello there, and welcome to my new gameplay series for Heroes Hour. I'm Icon, and we're playing the Lament faction. We're also on a challenging difficulty on a medium map, as usual for this series. So, I also rolled up a random hero, just like I always do, and I didn't pre-browse this faction too much, so the series is perfect if you want to check out how this faction works in detail. So before I go into the city, I'm going to check out my hero's basic skill here. So shadow casting summons temporary shadow clones of enemies in the desired area of the battlefield. Neat. That's a really brutal summon. And what do we have here? Oh, Dragon King. Nice. Mastery for mutant trogs. Well, judging from the number of these, that's not many. That's not a powerful thing. Too many for that. Recalcitrance, swarming. So yeah, we're all about making copies and making the most out of that. Summoning, engineering, bloodlust, hydromancy, planning, warding. Okay, interesting. Chance to ignore attacks by large enemy units. That's pretty brutal, actually. 5% per rank per power of the attacker. Yikes. So if something has a rank, has a power rating of, let's say, 5, it's already 25% chance to evade that completely. This thing is really, really powerful. While fighting an enemy hero, their spell power is reduced by 5 per rank. I've totally overlooked how damn powerful this trait is. Not only does it make the enemy's large units pretty useless, it also guts the enemy's hero's spell power by a ton. Take that on level 3 and you're gutting the spell power by 15. It's basically making the enemy mage useless. Wow. We got engineering as well, so we're in for a wild ride here. I can already see. Nice. So we also get access to planning. I like that. Planning is really cool. So I definitely want to roll down the tree here. I want to get access to planning as quick as possible. Although these things here look really tasty too, but the earlier I get this, the cheaper everything else will go. Okay, so let's go and check out the city. This is already looking quite nicely. So, gives extra gold for each non-lament creature in garrison. Up to 1,000. Now that's fun. Very fun mechanic. Slithering Cave. So we get Gorgons, these guys petrify, or mutant trogs, knockbackers with leap. That's what I call backline access. Or we can upgrade these to Trogzerkers. These dudes are sturdy. Trogzerkers are insensate. Oh yeah. This is really brutal because this thing keeps your enemy, your creatures 5 seconds longer alive, no matter what. No matter how much damage. They'll always last 5 seconds longer. So here we get a ranged unit. Well, I'll take these, but for now, well... This dude has mastery over mutant trogs, so let's stick with those, let's say. Monster trog. Alrighty. Already quite perceivable that this will be fun. Seeing that I can do mastery on these guys, that's gonna be neat. Combination with warding. Okay. I can see that this is going somewhere. Bloodlust is also a nice addition there. Makes stuff more powerful if something dies in the vicinity. So let's see where this takes us. We got the obelisk here. And let's see. I actually don't really want to fight on turn 1. Especially if I have some hope to get some extra units in the next turn. Possibly. Alright, we're playing against Tide. That's a hard fight. Tide is a very strong faction in my opinion. So Watchers, just bland ranged units. Nightmares are the better stuff. Whoa. Ranged attackers with confusion. Nasty. Okay, now... Let's fuse that in. That's what I've been talking about. So let's pick up that chest, and yes, that's what I wanted to see. Some experience. So let's roll over to Dragon King already. I mean, this is something that I can only get at level 5. Is there anything that I want to have even more urgent like that? I think swarming, I think either mastery or swarming is a good thing. But I'm gonna go for swarming right now. Or recalcitrance. Let's take swarming. Stuff that amps up my numbers sounds like exactly the stuff that I want to have as quick as possible, you know. This also means that there is a decent chance of a lower amount of losses. That's also not to underestimate here. Okay, so let's put the speed on a half, and let's see. I got this shadow casting thing. So I want these dudes to access the enemy backline. And let's see, let's do some chaos here. Alright, so this is spammable. This looks like another of these super broken racial spells. Yep, definitely. Oh boys, that's brutal. And I thought we had some sick stuff going on with the demons last episode. This is even worse. So, let's see. I can't access this at level 5. So if I go for Mastery now, there's level 4 this, level 5 that. Got it. We can't take it earlier, so fine with that. Okay. Brutal. Good start so far. Good start. Digging what I'm playing here so far. Okay, so what's the monolith? It gives heroes a +1 spell power whenever they cast a spell. Reset at the start of each week. Neat. That's actually really, really cool. So, let's see. I want to upgrade those TROGS. Mainly because I feel like tier 1 units are so much better once they are upgraded. It's been a hard choice though. The monster TROGS are also looking really, really nifty, but these guys will just be way more effective if they take longer to die. Simply because I think that this should also mean less losses. Because the enemy will keep... I don't know how the AI does work out with that. How smart the AI is in that regard. But technically, I see a chance that the AI just keeps punching a dead guy, if you get my idea. So let's split up this thing a bit. Alright, well, let's attack now. And let's spread some chaos. Okay. Losing a bit of troops, but that was to be expected. Can somebody please take that harpy out of my backline? Jeez, guys. Okay. So those mutant trogs are actually the most ideal candidates to die, because I get them for free back. So I really don't mind losing them, for real. Okay, pretty successful. Keeping my losses minimal even though the infirmary isn't built yet. Very good. So what bothers me here a bit is the building path here. So the Shadowmancers look pretty neat here. Ethereal, and summons shadow clones. It's basically a dude that spams my own spell here. But we need the fort and the stronghold and quite a lot of things. So Wise, ranged caster, Minotaur. So Minotaurs would be a good option as well, but I think I'm going to stick with the Wise. Chaos, transform, evolve. Oh, they spam chaos. No, we're going to roll Minotaurs then. Chaos. If I'm not mistaken, this is the spell that shuffles stuff around on the battlefield, and this is one spell that I don't like to be... that I don't like to see spammed around, and that's something I want to control. I don't trust any AI in this regard. So sometimes there's just a mine for free. It's just like that. I love it. So, yay! Campfire! I love campfires. Those extra movement points are always so damn juicy. Okay, what do we have here? Trog hovels. Definitely would love to build that, or conquer that, but we're definitely also not capable of doing that. So, next step goes towards Infirmary, the Grand Library, Commercial Center, or Mutant Trog Expert. It's a difficult one, but since I rack up spell power like a man, I want the Grand Library. The Mutant Trog Expert would be pretty great if I wouldn't have an auto spawn on these beasties, and Commercial Center wears down too quickly. Extra spell power, that's the equivalent of two whole level ups that I get there for free, you know. And judging on how much I already like that normal spell, which does a lot of things without any spell power, amazing. The more knowledge I got, the more spammable things will become. So definitely way to go for me. Okay, so I guess we're pretty much done with the freebies soon, and I got 2 more building slots for this week. Let's see where we'll put them. So I can put up the Maze Burrows, Idol of Shadows. Okay. Here I can tweak up the next fight. The enemy will be paralyzed. Some enemies will be paralyzed. That sounds pretty brutal, honestly. So let's go for the Maze Burrows, and let's pick up even more Frontline. Frontline, which costs ore. Okay. Okay. I have a general dislike towards any form of troop that requires ore. I don't know. Ore is one of those materials that I'm always running a little bit low on. And therefore... Oh, the weaponsmith. Let's take that. I can recruit units from different factions than mine. Isn't that awesome? So let's engage, and let's do the shadow thing. Okay, so far so good. Starting phase of this faction certainly feels like a lot of fun already. So now we're working on a schedule here. So I may upgrade my units here, so... Interesting, but I'm pretty sure that this is a bad deal in terms of gold efficiency. Goblin Guards, ranged, and Stone Watchers, so we're definitely going in for the kill here. What I really miss about this game is an option to give different orders to different parts of your army. Like, sometimes I'd love to give those Trogzerkers the command to stand and block the back line, and the other part of that block should be attacking. I can only set everybody on attack or everybody on defense, so it's a little bit binary, but well, what can I do? It is as it is. So, mercenary camp. Do I want more attack or more defense? So, judging from the setup here. I'm a little bit low on the defense side. Let's take defense then. I got the feeling as if my character level up was generally biased towards more offensive stats, so I can counteract a little bit of my one-sidedness with that. Okay, now, where to go next? I can't build any of these, and well, upgrading something is not really desirable right now. I'd say we'll just increase the income. That's always a wise choice. And let's see. There's another location that I can pick up. I don't know what's down there. I only see one clump of ore. And I see an easy fight that I can take. Crucible. Here, we can summon demons for the slave pens. Lovely. Now, I want to check out this thing. This is an easy fight, and easy fights should always be taken. And these spell shrines are actually a lot better than I thought way back when. Alright. I really want to level up that shadow spell too. So many things that I want to level up. Alright, here goes planning. Bam. Summon Anima. Considering that my character is really good at summoning, it's a nice thing to have. Oh, come on, dude. I get it. You're squatting here. You will pay for your insolence. So, we're going to pick up these dudes, are we? 5 sulfur, though, but whatever. I'm confident that I can iron that out, so... Imprisoned units. Just like I said. So, there's a gold mine. That's pretty easy to spot, no? I'd say we haven't found it yet, or wait a sec, maybe it's a sulfur mine? No. No. Definitely a gold mine. Okay, well... I'm not too happy with that turn. But whatever. So, town level is miles away from the next upgrade. We can buy the Nest of Monsters next. Hydraling and Tunnel Rider. More speedy stuff or tanky stuff. I'm rooting a bit for the Hydralings because they can be a good backline defense. So let's go for the marketplace. This opens up the Guild of Mages and the Architect. 2 things that I actually need right now. So I've been so super quick at my next at the first 4 creatures of this faction that it's beginning of week 2 and I feel like, man, I don't have anything else to build anymore. So rushing these was pretty easy so far. So do I want the upgrade for towards the monster TROGS? So there's a lot of HP more. 1 point of damage, not that much. But quick strikes. So quick strikes is actually, I guess, a lot more powerful than it looks. So yeah, we're going to go for the Architect then. Or well, I think I'm going to upgrade those dudes nevertheless. What's this place? Okay. So, how much money does that bring? Oh, you get You get an immediate readout. Look at that. Boom. It's actually a lot of money. Sick. Slave pens! And you guys thought it would be a great idea to come with us. Wrong. So, well, let's go for this thing. And buy what, more of these guys and more of these guys. The rest is not that important. Frontline and ranged units are right now the most interesting things to upgrade for me. Okay then. What's up there? Gorgons and a handful of Watchers. So we're going to make this like that. You guys on that front, you guys on that front. Okay. Let's go on defense for a sec. Now I can drop some anima, summon on these guys too, and let's attack. This should be a jump into their backline. Working as intended. Yeah, we don't need to go for a shadow summon. Although I could upgrade my spell power this way if I'd really feel like that. Alright, let's pick up the gold. Usually I'm not like that. Usually I'm more like, take the rare resource, but right now I'm so freaking broke. We definitely want the money. So, 2 more Minotaurs, why not? If the total number is 4, 2 more are 50% increase, so that's actually more than it sounds. Now, we're almost entirely loss-free so far. That's a pretty good number to see. Okay, let's see, what can I do now next? Not much. Let's just upgrade the Palace of Lament. 1,000 gold more per turn is a pretty big number. Now let's raid that dude. So, Swamp Arrow, Ranged Venom Arrow Rain, Lysgineer. Okay. So, whoops, that was not the right button. Here, I want to separate these guys. I want to do the backline jump one more time. But since this is a hero fight, I don't want to stall or anything like that. I feel like I want to go into combat as quick as possible there. Let's do the shadow summoning here. And let's see how this will play out. Pretty good as it seems. We're already through the front line and I lost 3 monster TROGS. But that's, like I said a while before, since I get these back for free via mastery, I don't mind. So engineering, well, let's see. This is a pretty nice thing to pick, but can I afford it right now? No. I'd need to build a new structure and buy those machines, so that's out. As appealing as it might be. Summoning, very, very appealing. Higher shadow casting, quite the same, but, well, for now I'll just go for summoning. And I'm going to build that building next that gives me more spell power. So, sorcery. Destruction, well, comes pretty handy with swarming, and I wonder if shadow casting clones can explode as well, but that's a different time to ask this question. So, increases attack speed of melee units by 6% per rank, and they gain extra damage and move speed as they lose health. Pretty big thing. I think I want to have it. Yeah, let's do this. Right now I'm relying a lot on my troops' fighting power and... Ooh, Berserker's Mask. Let's take this. Cape of Winds. Jeez, that's a neat one. Creature speed is really powerful. Yeah, I'm a little bit low on the defense, but we got a nice brutal swing now behind our groups. Okay. So, where to next? So there's still a lot of intermediate and moderate fights. I'd say I want to go for this treasure. So let's try and find that gold mine. It must be somewhere in that direction. There aren't too many other directions to poke into anymore. So week 2 is heading towards its end. Here's the gold mine I was talking about. So looks like the treasure is, again, pretty much in the danger zone. Tusk's boxing gloves, leadership skill, and attack. So, luckily for me, I was able to dig it out without aggravating these dudes. Yes. Alright. I was hoping that this could work out. So, Nest of Monsters, let's do this. And I'll take the Hydralings. I like the idea of these beasties as my backline defense, so I can use the other guys more freely. Slow units can have their advantages too. So, sorcery skill. Is this one? Cooldown reduction. Well, bye-bye Berserker's Mask. It's definitely better. Mesmer's Lance. So, summoning skill +1, +3 spell power. Neat. This is really powerful. Alright. No need to worry about sulfur anymore. Hell yeah. Let's pick up more of that. So, let's see. Do I really want to fight that? Pretty much no, honestly. I'm more in, like, for these moderate fights. I need to go this way somewhere later anyways. The only appealing fight here right now would be the gold mine, because this would be an actual real big benefit for my economy, but beyond that, I don't see too much appealing stuff. So the Mercenary Hall allows creation of non-faction creatures. Sounds pretty nifty in combination with the Slave Pants, don't you agree? But let's go for the Tavern, because I want to upgrade the fort at least this week once. So, Commercial Center, Hydraling Expert. Yeah, let's take the Hydraling Expert. So we get some extra troop growth there. So I at least want to have this one down. Working towards that Shadow Pact altar, you know. And it'll also increase the total amount of troops for next week. That's also a thing. So, more Hydraling? No, no. Since these guys crystallize to be my only ranged units, I want to increase their growth. And it's about time to upgrade those guys as well. Because they are really my only archery units. And, you know, that's the case. I want to have them powerful. So, can I send some dudes? Looking good, actually. So, there's even money left after recruiting this little power-up. Nice. And this flags this combat as easy henceforth. Nice, nice, nice. So, we gotta think about picking up this one first, or that one first, what I think. Let's go in order. Let's not grow greedy. Greed is always an issue. Okay, new week has begun. So, I want that Mirror Lake quite badly, but first let's build the Empire of Lament for maximum income per turn. It's always a very, very good thing to pick up. So, Afterlife, Flying, Afterlife, Midas Touch, Retreat, okay. Frankly disgusting creatures. So, let's let them engage. This is a pretty nifty spot to fight at. Let's toss in some summons to keep stronger units distracted for a little bit longer. Alright, we're losing a couple of dudes. Alright, well... Not my monster trogs! Well, okay, that was a lot more... bloody than I'm used to. But I guess that just happens sometimes. So we're not going to go for any of these fights yet. I want to go back to town and do those upgrades. And, well, I am also quite desperate about getting spells. But let's see how this will play out. So the AI only shows its weak heroes. Smart AI. It's acting smart. So Guild of Mages is really appealing, but I'm going to go for the upgraded Mirror Lake first, because priorities, you know. There we go. So this'll help a ton. And let's see where to next. Ancient Sphinx. Alright. Riddle time. Sulfur Mine is pretty heavily defended too. Let's head down there. I'm picking on the easy targets as much as I can. And I'd say this is a good spot to end this first episode. I feel like I'm a little bit slower than usual. I'm not sure about that, but... well, next episode we're going to do a pretty nice roundabout and capture more of that stuff around us. Also, I hope that I'll be able to acquire the Shadow Pack altar soon, but I guess that should be pretty doable. Alright, so thanks for watching, everybody. Drop me your comments down below, and leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you, and there's hundreds of videos available on the channel. So if you like what you saw, check it out. Now, have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.